Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning and welcome back once again for my video forecast. I want to seize this opportunity to tell you that I'll be posting a video to give you a heads up about the market for next week. Now, I'll be treating four different currency pairs with you on this video forecast, and also treat the US dollar index and the economic calendar for next week. First and foremost, let's start with the US dollar index. Last week we had a smooth ride for US dollar index, and it was so fantastic. It was so loving. Last week trade we made about 90 pips on the first day of the trading week. The first trade we had in 2014. It was so lovely. We made about 90 pips, and that was a fantastic one for me for the start. And for now, I think Euro USD is still heading downwards, and I will advise us to sell. I could remember posting a comment on Facebook that my next sell is for 1.3500, and later adjusted this statement for 1.3530, and I have my reasons for saying so. But let's be real here. On this particular account of mine, I decided to leave it. I choose to leave the trade up until 500 levels because of reasons best known to me. And my reason for leaving it up to that level is this. If you watch this trend line, you discover that the 1.3500 actually touched this line. Sorry, I think it's 1.3510 or 1.3506. It actually touched this line, and I decided to leave it at that level. There are potentials that this market will definitely get to 1.32. That's 1.3292, but it has to break this trend line to do so. So that's why I choose to remain here to keep my take profit at 1.3500. And there is also the news making round on Facebook that once it touches 1.3530, it will spike back to 1.37 levels. In my own humble opinion, I think that is not obtainable, and this is my reason for saying so. Yeah, if you take this currency pair to weekly chart and see what happened on weekly chart, you discover that 1.530 is not really a support resistant level in any way at all. Let's look at it. Even if you watch in all the support resistance level we have here, 1.530 is nowhere, is not a support resistant level at all. The major support resistance level we have is even at 1.3406. These are the major support resistant level. So 1.3530 is never a support resistant level for us. And if we go back to the trade that happened the early days of December before the holiday, let's go to, yeah, I think I've seen it. Let me expand this a little bit. This is the trade that happened I think in the month of October. Yeah, look at it. Look at the month of October. That was after Euro USD tested 1.38 levels. There was a spike downwards, and even let's assume there was a 130-ish. You understand? 1.3530. Sorry, there wasn't any at all. There wasn't any. And why I strongly believe that will not be obeyed is because of these retracement we have here. And let's assume if that was obeyed at this level, look at this level in particular, that's what I'm looking at now. Let's assume that was obeyed. That was 1.3536 levels. Let's assume it was obeyed. I don't think the market will build such momentum to spike Euro USD back to 1.37 levels. As in, let me say it was obeyed, because here, if you watch in the month of October and November, it was obeyed here, but instead of moving the market upwards, the market went down and it touched the trend line. So I don't believe the market will build such momentum to spike Euro USD back to 1.37 levels. And if you watch the recent economic fundamentals that are coming out from the Eurozone, they don't have that such a strong force, or neither has Euro built such momentum to carry out such technical move. So if you ask me, I will advise you to limit yourself. For those who are going long like me, you should just limit yourself at 1.3500 or 1.3510 because of this trend line here. Until it breaks this trend line, that is when we'll be considering what is it called, going deeper. So that is it for Euro USD. So like I said before, the idea of taking your profit at 1.530 and expecting it to spike back to 1.37, to my humble opinion, is not wise. I don't expect, the market does not move in such way. For the market to move that way, there must be something to spike it that way. Even the what is it called, the market confidence, investors confidence that is coming out next week, I don't think it has that strong potential to push Euro USD to that length. I don't know if you get me. I mean, the economic confidence that is coming out from Eurozone do not have such a strong this same potential. If it come out positive, do not have such a strong potential to push the currency upwards. I mean, Euro USD upwards to that direction. So in my humble opinion, I would advise you, once you pick your profit at 1.3500 or 1.3530, wait for the next market move. It's advisable and safe enough to take the market one step at a time. Then the next currency pair is GBP USD. I have a mixed feeling for GBP USD, although I did not key in to start buying this currency pair because I was trading Euro USD and Euro Yen. Now, why I say I do not have a very strong feeling, I kind of have mixed feeling about GBP USD is this reason. Yeah, obviously it is now below 21 moving average, but that is on 4 hours chart. So for me to start selling, I have to wait for it to cross the 21 days moving average on daily chart. And once it does that, that is when I can now comfortably or confidently put a sell at 1.369 and 1.396 and take my profit at 1.3260. So for now, I'm still neutral about this currency pair, and that's my idea about it. Then Euro Yen, wow, this is such a lovely currency pair. This whole thing is bearish engulfing candle. Look at it on weekly chart. It's a complete bearish engulfing candle, and this is a strong sell signal for me. So for me on on Euro Yen, I will really enter a sell here on Monday. I'll enter a sell on Monday because it has already broken this gap, which is also to me is a strong signal to continue selling. I will enter a sell on Monday to pick my profit at 141.00. That's 1.142 0.43, then enter a sell at 141.00. Then the second take profit should be at 140.02. But before I enter a sell for the second take profit, I need to put into consideration this retracement here. It's a 1 week retracement. Let me show you. It lasted for a week. That was around the period of December. It lasted for a week. Look at it. It started from the let's say from the 10th of December, and it actually ended on the 19th of December. That's 9 days, roughly a week plus. So while if you are trading this currency pair, euro yen, with me, you need to put this retracement into consideration. It's going to be a long waiting, and I'm ready to wait so that I will chop the profit. So I will enter a sell here on Monday, and I'll be expecting by Friday to take out the profit. Then the next currency pair is pound yen. The same feelings I have, pound yen. The same feelings I have for pound dollar is also the same feelings I have for pound yen. And my reasons are this. Pound yen, if you watch euro yen, look at it. It was able to break this gap. That is it. Break the gap. And if you watch pound yen has not been able to break the gap. It will touch the gap and reject it, move backward, move upwards again. So let's see what happens this week. If it's able to break this gap and cross beneath this line, that's about 170.77. If it's able to cross this beneath line to 170.70, that's where I'll enter a sell, and I'll pick my profit at 169.77. This is my view about pound yen. Remember, euro USD, I'll still enter my sell and I pick my profit at 1.3500 or 1.3530. Both areas are good, but do not just expect that it will spike upwards to 1.37 from 1.350. Do not expect that. Just wait for it to touch this line first. If it's able to reject this line and go backwards, move upwards, that's when you start buying. But if it's not able to reject this line but still move downwards, break the line, still move downwards, then we should be looking at these major support resistance level 1.344. 1.344. I think that's 1.3446. We should be looking at this currency pair breaking this major support resistance level first before you can now take your profit, before you can now move down to 1.329. Yeah. So I want you to take this trend line very serious. Take note of it. Look at it. Last week it was actually trending on this line, this 4 hours trend line. Look at it. It was actually trading on this line, but it was able to break it here. So we should be looking at this. So if it's able to break this trend line, that's our 1 point what? Where it touched the line. That's 1.510, but I'm leaving my take profit at 1.3500. If it's able to break this trend line and still go downwards, the next take profit should be here. We should be looking at it to break this line or possibly go below it. So that's my view about euro USD. Then GBP USD is so fantastic. Like I said before, I have a neutral view here. That I'm neither going to enter a sell nor a buy in this currency pair. I'll wait for it to confirm its trend. So if it's able to cross beneath this line, the 1.63 line, I will enter a sell. If it rejects it and still go backwards, I will still wait for it and sell, because it's not even wise to even buy anything in this currency pair. It's not wise at all. Look at why I say it's not wise at all. You see this line? is a no man's land. This line is a no man's land. That's why I said it's not safe to even buy anything. And if you really watch the trend, look at it, it's just going downwards. Let me make this trend line visible. Yeah, if you watch this trend, look at it, it's going down, down, downwards. And to me, the area where GBP USD is, we call it a no man's land. So it's not even safe to buy anything within this region. So what you do is just wait for the market to decide its the fate of this currency pair. Sorry, let me delete it. So if you ask me, I'll choose to wait for it to cross this line. After crossing this line, that's when I'll enter my sell. I'll enter my sell at 1.6390 and pick my profit at 1.6260. That's over 60 pips for me. So this is it about pound dollar. Then the next is euro yen. Like I told you, my first take profit is 141.00 and second take profit is 140.02. But before we go for the second take profit, we need to be patient and study the market as well. Then pound yen is neutral. I have a neutral feeling about this. If you even look at the indicator, the market indicator, it needs to touch this line. So let's see if it's going to break this RSI 50% line, or once it touches it and it start going down. So these are the things you need to put into consideration. Then next is the US dollar index. Just 1 minute. Yeah, this is US dollar index. Is a very strong indicator for the market, more especially for those of us that are trading dollar pairs. So if you think you can just study the market with fundamental analysis, you are just joking. So this is one of the most important indicators that help us to determine where the market is going. So last week I told us that I'll be selling Euro USD until this US dollar index touches 80.82. And my reason for saying so is this: in the month of I think that was the month of December. In the month of December, it from 20th to 23rd, this was the fall that really pushed Euro USD up until 1.389 levels. And once the market, this trade lasted up until 27th of December. I think it even went up to yeah, it lasted up to 30th of December. So once the new year resumes on the 2nd of January, when we started trading this week, the opposite happened in the market. And obviously, based on my prediction, this US dollar index has crossed the 80.82 mark and is currently now at 80.90 marks. And my view about this US dollar index is that it will get up to 81.28 mark before it starts falling or go up again. And this move alone will be able to push US dollar index. We'll be able to push Euro USD up until 1.3500 level or even lower, in my own humble view. So for now, I will limit my buy at this level. Where is this line? I need this line. Good. yeah, I'll remit my US dollar index up until 81 point 81.29 or 81.30. Now if along the week it crosses this level, the next level it will be at 81.50, 81.40 to 81.50. That should be here. That should be around there. So that is my view for Euro USD. So my major expectation is 81.27 from this 80.90. Now, if peradventure it move, higher than this level, we should be looking at 81.46 to 81.50. That is it for US dollar index. Like I said before, US dollar index is one of the most important market instruments we use to determine whether to buy or sell US dollar crosses. So it's very, very important you take note of this as what's it called, as a trader. Now if you break this also to weekly chart, let's see. So we should be looking at 81.54. so I'm not wrong by saying that 81.50 is my maximum expectation in this instrument. Look at it. I'm just trying to expand it for you to see bigger. This is a major this thing, what's it called, moving average. I think the orange one is no, the red one is moving average, simple moving average. Look at it. And this is a major this thing, and is a how many days moving average. Oh. I don't know, but I know is that all I know is that we should limit the height, the movement of this currency pair here. This instrument at 81.56 level. Remember, my own view is 81.50. It's better I aim a little bit below what I'm saying here, so for me to be safe in my trade. So that is it for US dollar index. The next one is economic indicator. 1 minute please. Hello, welcome back. This is this is the economic indicator for next week. And on Monday, let me see how active we are on Monday. On Monday, we should be expecting Italian bank holiday, German CPI, that's the cost of goods, right? And the cost of price of goods and services purchased by consumer is also the inflation for that day. So I think the forecast is not yet out, but I still maintain 0.2 for this. This is German CPI. We should be expecting Spanish service PMI, Italian service PMI, and the final service PMI for the Eurozone country. We have the Syntex Investors Confidence, which people are expecting to be greater. That is the general consensus. Yeah, for that, Euro is doing well. Yeah, you should be expecting that as well. We're also expecting a service PMI from Britain, and I think this is the cost of raw materials for manufacturers. That's the ROMPI. This one in particular is the cost of raw materials in Canada. It's very, very important. It determines the rate of manufacturing in Canada. It's very, very important as well. So we're also looking at PPI. Let me check something here. Let's check this information. So if actual is greater than forecast, good for currency. Okay, but here this one, yeah, if we come out minus 1.1, it should be good for Canadian dollar. Then this one is the price of cost of goods paid by consumer. You understand? And if the impact is that if the actual is greater than the forecast, good for currency as well. So this is good. It shows the rate of spending and economic activities within that country. Then also from the US side of it, we are expecting the final service PMI report. Also expecting ISM non-farm non-farm PMI, factory orders. We're also expecting the nomination of Fed chairman to take place today. On Monday. Tuesday, the same thing. We should look at what is really happening, the important news in Tuesday. Why I decided to bring up these what is it called? These economic calendar for us is that I discovered that most traders are technical. They sorry, they make their technical analysis without considering what is happening in the market. That's why most people end up saying that FX market is like a gamble. But seriously speaking, that's not a gamble, because we take our decision based on the informed inferences we have from reports like these and news from Bloomberg, whatever business news that comes out. We now make our decision based on these inferences. So trading technically without considering the fundamental aspect of it is like trading blindly. You don't know what is happening, and as a technical observer, you might not really understand what is responsible for certain moves. All you know is that, yeah, the market has reached to this certain height, you should expect this, expect that. No. One thing I believe in FS is this: once there is a spike or any move in the market, you should know what is responsible, what is triggering this in such move. If as a technical trader you just make your technical analysis, yeah, most of them are always 80% correct because of the technical knowledge they have or technical background they have about FS. But the truth is this: is like you being able to walk but your eyes are being blindfolded. So that is exactly what it means, trading technically without knowing what is happening fundamentally. And even as a fundamental trader, I mean, you only believe on whatever news come out. You trade, you either buy or you either sell. Let me tell you something. Sometimes there are some news that will come out and you expect to sell a particular currency pair, but unknown to you, at the end of the day, the what's it called? You find out that the trade is moving against you, but you'll be like, this news is supposed to help certain currency at the expense of the other. Now, but what you forget to know is that what you forget so soon is that even as a news trader, as a fundamentalist, you also need a technical background of each currency pairs. So both of them, both the technical aspect of it and the fundamental aspect of it, they both work hand in hand. You cannot need this more than the other. I, for one, am a full-blown technical technical person when it comes to currency markets, but I make my decision based on what I hear and what I see in the news. I try to make it real that this is what is happening. And when there's a spike in the market, even if I'm sleeping, because I have a full fundamental knowledge of the market or the particular currency pair I'm trading, I will know what is responsible for such spike. So even as a technical trader, you need a balanced fundamental knowledge of what you're doing. So that's why I believe strongly that if you are trading as a technical trader, you should work hand in hand with your fundamental side of the market. So that is it for these fundamental analysis or the economic calendar. And once again, remember, before I close down, that on Euro USD, I'm not really confident enough to believe that this pair will spike back to 1.37 levels before falling. I don't believe such. think I need to remove this trend line since it's broken. So I don't believe that this will spike back to 1.337 levels. So all I know is that this currency pair is going downwards to touch this trend line before any correction at all. And so from me, Michael Gabriel, I'm wishing you a happy weekend and also a successful trading week for next week. Thank you.